Rightio, channel. So we're going to try a different type of pork I've never tried on the Ziggy before. We're not going to go rotisserie this time, it's going to straight heat cook with an attachment that I haven't used in quite a while. So this one is the Coles porchetta with fennel and orange seasoning. That actually sounds quite tasty. So it's only just a 1.3 kilo. And all we're going to do, we're just going to sprinkle it with a bit of Himalayan pink salt. We're going to heat the Ziggy right up to get the crackle going, and I'll show you what it looks like sitting on the tray. Right, so this is how she looks sitting on the tray. So we've put a bit of Himalayan pink salt on there just to try and get the crackle going. We're going to be doing a couple different things with this cook tonight, which I haven't done for a while. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this little device here. This is out of one of my baking trays. That's one of the Ziggy attachments. I was going to use the tray for it, but I thought, no, I'm going to do it a different way. Then on top of that, we're going to be using the baking tray for the Ziggy, which replaces the one of the main grills, or one of the main grill plates. And then on top of that, I'm going to pull out an old toy, which I found in my garage the other day, and I have not used it for a long time, so tune in, this one's going to be a good one. The smells off this is bloody beautiful. It was quite expensive for a small chunk of pork, but the actual flavours they put into that smells really good. So fingers crossed I'll get the heat right this time and we'll get some nice crackle out of it. It's probably going to take about 2 to 3 hours to cook on the Ziggy. I'll be cooking at full heat around about the 250, 260 mark just to get the crackle going. Once that goes, I'll turn it down, indirect cook it, and I'll probably let it cook for around about 200 degrees from there. So tune in, I'll show you how she looks on the barbecue. Hey there channel. Okay, so tonight we are going to be doing a pork porchetta roast. So first things first, we're going to get Ziggy nice and hot, because we need to get that crackle going. So I've already prepped it up, got the tray sitting there, and I'm going to pull out a little toy here, which no one has seen for a while. For the people that know my channel, they may have seen it earlier days. Okay, so this little device here, this is a Ziegler and Brown smoker. So you open it up like that, and then you put your wood chips in there. So I've got all different ones here. Tonight we're going to use the Hickory barbecue smoking chips, and this is by a brand called Western. I think I bought these in Barbecues Galore a few years ago. So all you got to do with this, you don't necessarily need to soak them, because if you soak them it just takes too long for them to dry out. I think you can lightly soak them, but you don't fully submerge them in water. So the way I used to do this is I used to fill that up, close one side, leave one side open, and then what happens is the heat from the wood goes in, if I remember right. Now, someone correct me if I'm doing this wrong. I'm pretty sure it goes like that, and then the heat should bring out the oils in the water. I mean, sorry, the oils in the wood. Now let's see how she goes while she's heating up. Okay, so Ziggy is actually up to about 250 on the gauge. I just had to put the meat in, and yeah, while I was getting the camera ready, I had to close the lid again. So this is how she looks. So that's the smoker box going away. So that will be throwing the smoke through the lid, directly straight onto the meat. So that's how the pork roast is going to be cooking. I'll keep recording on and off as it goes, and just keep an eye on how the crackle's going. But that is on full heat at the moment, and we're going to let that go for about 20 minutes, half an hour. But I'll check it about every 10 minutes. Alright, next snap will be boom. Okay, we had a little bit of a drama. I had to take the smoker out, but good thing is we have some nice crackle happening. So the smoker caught on fire. Would have been funny to see it, but no, I quickly took it out and turned it down. But the smell probably would have quickly gone through some of the meat, so at least that's worked. But we'll keep that cooking, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Right, we've crept up on the heat again, so we're going to turn these right down, outer burners right down. It's getting a little bit too much heat because the crackle's starting to get a little bit too brown. So full low heat, And we'll just see how she goes from there. Now I'm going to be leaving that for about 45 minutes and then I'll recheck it. I'll stab a knife in there. If the meat is nice and white, then I know it's done. If it's still a little bit pink, then I'll let it go for a little bit longer. And you'll see the next scene in... Okay, so it looks like the pork is done. I don't want to leave it on too much longer because it's probably going to dry it out. So I've still got a fair bit of moisture in the meat. So I have to do a little bit of a cut. Oh, I cut a little chunk. And as you can see, after the light can get into it, nice and white. Crackle was a bit of a failure, but yeah, bit rubbery. It did look good at the start, but yeah, I had that little incident where I stuffed it up with the smoker. So yeah, I'm just going to cut this in the middle, and as you can see, perfect white pork. But yeah, a little bit upset about the crackle, but yeah, it's all trial and error. Hopefully next time I'll have a better cook up. If the smoker didn't catch on fire, then yeah, the crackle would have been a lot better. But this is how it's turned out. Very nice, rubbery crackle, but I've never cooked one of these porks before, and yeah, just win some, you lose some. But this one, I think we're going to have quite nice meat out of this. There. So I'm going to let this rest up. I'll let this rest up and then I'll take it off. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll show you the next cook very soon. Peace.